Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to another YouTube 1v1 Ranked cast. Today we're going to be casting 3 games between Arsenal and Spider. Arsenal will need no introduction to most of you guys. Professional player for Space Station Gaming. He's been absolutely popping off on YouTube recently. And Spider is a high-rated ones player in North America. One of the highest rated players in NA who does have auto-upload on his replays. Shout out to him. We have pulled these from ballchasing.com. Courtesy of Spider's auto-upload. And actually Spider's going to be starting off this game by showing Arsenal how to score an open net. It should have been one the other way, but Arsenal missed it. Now, very quickly, those of you who follow me on Twitter will already know this, or you may already know this, but Arsenal has been announced as one of the participants in Smug 4, which is happening on December 27th, and he's going to be playing against Forky in that event. Best of 5. Winner takes $1,000, same as every other Smug 1v1. So that's super exciting. I thought it would be a good idea with that in mind to give a look at what Arsenal is doing. These ranked games are from 3 consecutive days earlier in the month, and it's the exact same matchup every time, Spider versus Arsenal. We're going to see how they go on 3 days in a row. But Arsenal is definitely a very capable ones player. He has been for a good while. He's never been one of the absolutely best in North America, but he's definitely good enough to take down anyone in his day. He's a very hype-focused player. And I had a chance to talk to him on the weekly podcast that I do with Smellsworth on his channel. You want to head over to Smellsworth's YouTube channel if you want to listen to this. It's a long interview we did with Arsenal. He talked at length about flow state and his attempts to get into flow state, mainly for professional 3v3. But as you guys who have watched his YouTube videos will know, this definitely plays a part to all the games that this guy plays. When he's on, he is on. And when he feels like he's going to win, when he feels unbeatable, he is definitely a very tough guy to get past. And that's been a big part of Space Station Gaming's success in 3v3 this year. And it's a huge part of what, in my opinion, makes Arsenal such a dangerous ones player. But, you know, just to give one extra shout out to his YouTube channel, if any of you guys watching have not seen Arsenal's videos, you absolutely need to check them out. He is one of the most entertaining players in the Rocket League scene. He's definitely going to be, in my opinion, the next big Rocket League YouTuber who's going to pop off, because he is just super entertaining, incredibly talented, and yeah, he's starting to pump out that content over there, so do check out his channel if you want to see his videos. He's uploaded quite a few of them now, so you guys have got plenty to enjoy there. Now, Spider, a lot of focus on irritable bumps so far, and Arsenal doesn't seem to be too bothered by that, and that's another great save, and he's converted a couple of open nets now to make up for the one that he missed at the start of this game. So if I were Spider, I would stop irritable bumping. Arsenal seems to have a really good defense against that, trying to do something different. It all starts in the approach. It all starts in the dribbling. Where's your first touch taking you? Now, Arsenal's, speaking of being taken in the wrong position, that is not where you wanted to be. Ended up out of boost. I'm not sure if he missed a boost or even a few small boost pads on his way back there, because he didn't look like he was too comfortable defending the near post. The Spider's definitely had enough opportunities on the ball to keep this game close, maybe even get his nose in front. It's that focus on irritable bumping that I think got him in a bit of trouble here. Now, he might be an excellent irritable bumper, but sometimes you just get into a matchup against someone who can read every single one of your irritable bumps. I remember hearing apparently Jack talk about this. He's very well known for being successful with the irritable bump strategy, but whenever he plays against Khaled, he can't seem to get them to work. So that's something to remember. Just because something works against one player doesn't mean it's going to work against another player. You got to play to their weaknesses as well as playing to your own strengths. Now, in terms of Arsenal's play, it's been quite a standard game for him, nothing too crazy. You will see a lot of aerial play from him, especially when he's feeling good about how his ones game is going. But in a matchup like this, I'm sure Arsenal feels like the favorite. He is, you know, such a well-known and experienced competitive player that he will most likely be just playing this one a little bit safer, trying not to throw, especially after an early open net miss like the one that he had. So, both players trading possessions here. Arsenal wanted a physical play of his own. Spider's in and out save was very effective against it, so credit to both players. They're proven to be very difficult to catch out of position, but Arsenal will challenge Spider in reverse, get an opening at the back post. He's got that 2-goal lead. If he can get a good kickoff here, he will be on the home straight. There it is. Arsenal, definitely the favorite from this position. He decides to go for this shot. Oh, that is beautiful. Arsenal will dish it in off the back wall, and that was a very complex one. Had to fly quite far off the wall and even get, you know, maybe half a pre-flip into it. Not a full pre-flip, but definitely. Had to really wrap himself around that one with his dodge. And is he going to get another one here? Arsenal, there is the pre-flip. And oh, what a recovery by Spider, actually. How about that? Arsenal thought he had Spider in an uncomfortable position. He thought he was on the cusp of picking up a 6th goal. The Spider recovers beautifully. That is a very unexpected landing. And the fact that he's able to transition that into a counter-attack really improves his chances late in the game. Better kickoff for him as well. Now, Arsenal's going to try and pressure this. Actually backs off. He realized Spider could see him coming. And I think Spider is just kind of flicks a bit too early there. I will go ahead and say, transitioning away from the air dribble bump, although it's pretty clear Spider has done that after identifying that Arsenal was saving the majority of his air dribble bumps. He maybe didn't pick the best strategy. I think that his approach has been a bit too direct. Arsenal has seen him come in every time. He's been able to see exactly what to do against him. And that's really limited Spider's opportunities late in the game. Now he has to go for this. No opportunity with Arsenal's speedy defense. But that was definitely a shot that Spider needed to make happen. Arsenal won't even have a chance to dribble in on 0 seconds as Spider has forfeited. First game to Arsenal. Let's get into the next one, which happened one day later. Yeah, game number 2, Arsenal versus Spider. Once again, same card choices as the day prior. A bit more chill vibes on Beckwick Midnight here. Definitely, in my opinion, one of the best maps to trade on if you want to switch it up from the standard free play. And a similar start to the first game that these two played. Spider picking up an open net. This time, it wasn't from a counter. It was from a very nice challenge in the midfield. So the keys to look out for in this game, in my opinion, comparing this to the first matchup that these two played, will Spider take more touches before shooting? Will he actually try to play the ball away from Arsenal with his ground play? And for Arsenal, are we going to get to see a bit more aerial play? We saw a nice dish goal at the end of the last game, but we didn't see much in the way of off-the-wall play or ceiling play from him. And this is, you know, these two things I know he is very, very good at, even in 1v1. Now, on that note, you have to remember that sometimes pro players in particular will be using their ranked games to try and drill particular shots. So there's a chance that Arsenal has gone into these games and he's gone into this ranked session with the plan to work on his dribbling skill, with the plan to work on his flicks maybe, whatever it is. You know, that could explain why there's such a focus on ground play here. But it doesn't have to be that. Obviously, ground play is a very important aspect to 1v1. Nice recovery there by Arsenal. Has he missed this? Okay, it will slot in the bottom corner, but I was worried there for a second. Arsenal had indeed missed that open net. The Spider was a bit surprised that Arsenal was able to get back and save that one in the first place. It was one of those positions where Arsenal had to be careful not to trip on the near post. He did avoid doing so. And there's a nice air double bump. Spider had quite a focus on these early on in their previous game, and it didn't work out all that well. But that one was tough to stop. Arsenal's strategy for defending against air double bumps seems to be to stay in front of the ball, in front of the player going for the bump, and to try and get over the top of the bump and then just tap the ball on its upper side there. Rush challenge from Arsenal brings the game back to a 1-goal gap here. And he is a quicker player to get to the boost, but the ball's sitting, pretty awkwardly off the wall there. Arsenal might have had a controller DC or something by the looks of things, because that was very awkward. Either that or he was just super tilted that the ball wasn't sitting up nicely on the wall there. Maybe he gave the desk a quick smash, or maybe the headset got thrown into the wall. I don't actually remember which it was. Anyone who was watching Arsenal's episode of the Saltcast and myself and Smellsworth, do you remember if it was headphones, headset, or controllers that he was telling us that he always preferred to smash? So let out that rage. Speaking of, Spider destroys Arsenal in the back corner. That should have been an immediate goal. The first touch wasn't the best from Spider, and he's actually hit the bar in a hugely advantageous position. Arsenal fakes the defensive play to one side. And how about that for calm defending? Arsenal on the counter levels up the game. That was brilliant. Led Spider to believe that he was going to try and secure the back corner boost on one side, and then just loops around inside his own net and goes for the back corner boost on the other side. Evens up the boost disadvantage and also keeps possession while doing so. Spider, again, looking to go straight at Arsenal. It smells like an air dribble bump to me, and Arsenal won't allow it to happen. Gets out in the way of it as early as possible. And a very nice fake challenge from Arsenal. Will bait out the flick, but Spider's 50-50s, even without any momentum, working out pretty well for him. That should have, definitely could have been a goal there for Spider. After a favourable 50-50, Arsenal prioritising wall play a bit more than in the last game that these two played. And he's not had all that much success with it. Not the best aerial display from him, but how about that for defense? In and out, and away she goes. Arsenal keeping Spider at bay. I'm going to echo what I said in the first game though. Spider really just needs to start playing the ball to space with his ground play. Obviously, he wants to go head on to leave the air dribble bump wide open. He wants to have the opportunities to do that. But as you can see, makes it a lot more predictable for Arsenal to defend against him. That's a great catch by Arsenal. And the mind game is huge. Spider half flips away from what would have been him faking himself somehow. And that's a lot better on the flick. Spider doesn't give himself a lot of angles to work with, but with flick mechanics like those, you've always got the opportunity to score either way. 1 goal advantage for Spider in what has been a very close matchup in all these games we've seen. Both, I should say. Arsenal tries to muscle him off the boost, but Spider gets there first. That should be a goal, and it will be. Arsenal doesn't have the pace to get back, and with just under a minute remaining, he's down by 2 now. Went extremely all in for that boost grab. Now, he didn't have that many options, of course. He was on the wrong side of the ball to turn and go back to his own corner for boost, so it definitely was a bit of an awkward position for Arsenal. Heavy focus on mind games for him late on in this match. Spider's been challenging from very effective angles. He's blocking mind games and shots at the same time, and that is a phenomenal save. Brilliant stuff by Spider. So good I even pronounced the word wrong. But he's missed the open net. Will play for the boost steal. Has to concede possession in the process. Not a lot of time left for Arsenal. And he's only got 12 boosts to work with here. This is going to be a difficult shot to pull off. But he will actually get it. And was Spider expecting another mind game perhaps? Because he was very late with the challenge there. Very late to jump. Now, with the amount of mind games Arsenal's been going for in the past few minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if Spider was expecting another one, maybe a low 50-50. He's into the air again. Arsenal with a very nice challenge. That's momentarily open. I don't think the shot's good enough though. Spider will easily knock that one into the corner. Arsenal looking for the 0-second equalizer. Spider's recovered well, and Arsenal can't keep it up. And that will be game 2 to Spider. A much better performance from him. He actually landed the air dribble bumps, unlike the first game. And as you can see, when he is hitting those air dribble bumps, at least every now and then, it makes this matchup a bit more even. Let's see if that is going to work out for him in game 3, or if it's even going to be a part of the third game. So Forbidden Temple for the decider. Spider and Arsenal played a couple of very close games there. And the keys to victory for Spider are, well, number 1, can he land those air dribble bumps? Because they're a big part of his offensive arsenal. No pun intended. And for Arsenal, will he be able to bring his own diverse offense into play? It's been quite standard for him in both of these games. I don't think any flip reset goals, I don't think any ceiling shots, and not a ton of success with air dribbles or off the wall play either. These are all aspects of the matchup that I would expect Arsenal to be dominating in. The great decision there by Arsenal. No way, is he saving this? Wow, Arsenal hits his post and then hits his own post again in order to keep that one out. That was such a good decision not to dive in for the corner boost, as I'm sure a lot of players would have done in that spot. Arsenal, not as easily baited, it would seem. This is a difficult shot to convert on. Spider sneaks in a demo. Very, very well done there. And he might go for another one here. He will. And he gets it. Spider with a double demo. Just smashed Arsenal in 2 consecutive plays. And the net was wide open. That second one, you can see that he was really hoping Arsenal would spawn near post. But if he didn't, then Arsenal would have had to lunge into a saving position anyway. So it was still good for Spider either way. High air double by Spider. That second touch sets up the reset perfectly. And he's faked it! Oh! Intentional or not, it works out perfectly. Spider's up 3-0. Arsenal's in a really rough spot. It's been some great plays in defense for both players. But Spider has been extremely unpredictable here. Another good save for Arsenal. This time you can see that he's really being careful, avoiding those demos in the aftermath. And Spider is definitely a very aggressive player off the ball, so Arsenal's going to need to pay attention to his rear view mirror. He's going to need to be using that right joystick to look around whenever Spider's out of his view. One of the main directions you'll see that joystick getting pressed in is upwards to look down, because very often the blind spot for 1v1 is actually below you when you're high up on a wall, so look out for that. Arsenal waiting a bit too long before pulling the trigger with a flick, and that allows Spider a free challenge. And now he's got his face onto the ball, so he just stays with it. Arsenal calls his bluff on the 50-50 and rolls right through him. 2 goals for Arsenal. That was careless by Spider, a bit pedestrian on that play. He wanted Arsenal to think that he was going to 50-50 and forced Arsenal to hit the ball into the corner or maybe the sidewall. Arsenal knew otherwise, and Arsenal will stick around here. Dangerous position for Spider. Arsenal had the opportunity to demo him, decided not to go for it. Boost did run out. And now Spider's slowing down the pace of the game. He started off at a much faster pace in this third game. Faster pace than we had in the previous 2 at least, for Spider's dribbling. Wow. Well, Spider gets away with murder. It's a classic misplay. Runs to the back corner boost when his net's wide open. Arsenal fails to convert, and although his defense is holding strong for now, he's got to start hitting these open nets. Not the best in that regard. And that'll just about do it. Maybe Arsenal just prefers to shoot in defended nets. I mean, as far as demo plays go, that's about as aggressive as you're going to get. It wasn't even bouncing, it was just rolling along behind him. But he cleared the path. Spider, ceiling reset, ceiling shot, easily saved by Arsenal. And now you're getting some more off the wall play from both players. Arsenal with a reset, doesn't land much of a flick on it, and he's got to quickly get back now. Spider is right there with him and beats him to the punch and takes the lead again. Unsuccessful aerial play for Arsenal once again. This is very unusual for him, as you guys who've watched his own live stream, who have watched his professional games for SSG, who have watched his own YouTube channel, you'll know nothing that Arsenal can't do in the air really as far as professional Rocket League goes. Spider's really changing the pace here. Credit to him. This is very awkward to play against. When you're up against a player who comes out all guns blazing at the start of a game, they're charging around, they're trying to demo you, they're trying to keep up that supersonic speed at all times to catch you out of position, catch you off guard, and then suddenly they change it up and they're barely moving on a lot of plays. It can be very difficult to read exactly what they've got planned for you. The time is running out here. It's been a low scoring game for 1v1. Arsenal delays his dodge, tries to play for the back post. He'll settle for the boost steal. Spider has to just be careful here. He wants a 50-50, but not in that direction. It's a nightmare of a bounce. Spider goes on the outside of the ball, and unfortunately that's just shown Arsenal the direct route to goal. 4-4. Great games between these two. And out of all the mini-series, the mini-rank series that I've casted from Spider, this is definitely one of the better ones. He's still got a long way to go to make himself a really difficult player to play against. You know, he's mixing up the pace very well in this game, but the angle of approach still a bit one-dimensional at times, as Arsenal slots in a 5th goal. Comeback as well and truly completed now with 50 seconds left to play. Spider goes for the direct kickoff goal. Arsenal, wow, look at that once again. Just slides around the ball and he plays it into the corner so he can grab the possession and the 100 boost, and he dances away from the demo as well. Spider had a lot of success with those early in the game, but Arsenal is now starting to see those coming more often than not. Absolutely turns this one around. Spider needs to do something with this possession play. Arsenal backs off. He's actually given Spider the space that he needs here, but again, Spider just dribbles straight at Arsenal, and with the limited angles that he had at his disposal, Arsenal just puts the challenge in. Scoops a ceiling shot over the top, and unfortunately for Arsenal it won't dip under the bar, but it should still be a very winnable position for him. And it's right back to game number 1. Spider wants the air dribble bump. It's a good play to go for at the end of a match like this when you are losing, but you've got to hit it, and he doesn't. Arsenal, the very nice comeback here from 4-3 down to winning 6-4. And it was the same kind of problems for Spider and for Arsenal, actually, all the way through these games. Spider actually, I think, went for a few too many irritable bumps early in the series. Later on, not so much. He was mixing them in very well. But for me, it's all about the angle of approach for him. If he can work on utilizing this space to the left and right of him instead of just going straight at Arsenal every time, it's a lot harder for Arsenal to make these goal line saves that he made so many times, especially in this third game. For Arsenal, open nets were a bit of an issue. The aerial game wasn't popping off that much. But, you know, one of the problems that players who do rely on getting into that flow state and getting into that pop-off mentality is that when you're not there, you're really not there. And Arsenal, I don't think, is a super swingy player, but he can be a little bit swingy. So today definitely wasn't the absolute best from him, but it's still very impressive matches from both players. Arsenal takes 2-1. I've just realized, actually, Spider's got 116 ping. That's got me interested to check if that was the case for all 3 matches. So this is South American Spider. Interesting. So another just thing to point out here. Arsenal with a 0 ping at the start of this game. I'm sure that's going to change. No way, does Arsenal have 0 ping? Get out of here. Okay, yeah, he's got 36. But actually, I just realized right now that is in fact, is this Sam Spider? Because I know that there is a spider in South America. I thought it was spelt with a Y though. I wonder if it's the same player. Maybe one of you guys in chat will be able to tell me. I don't think it is. Yeah, there's a... No, the Spider with a Y is not the South America player. Is this the Sam player? In chat, in the YouTube comments, do let me know if you're aware of this guy's whereabouts. Either way, great games with such high ping. Very impressive stuff against one of the best players in North America. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this mini-series. Remember, Arsenal is going to be playing in Smug 4 on December 27th on my Twitch channel. You can check it out there. The game will be uploaded to the series against Forky, will be uploaded to YouTube in the days following. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one, and look forward to seeing this guy back in the channel very soon.